Well, here we are watching a little politics. Kick ass, JD. Get those Germans in line. Anyway, here we are
It's amazing.
creating the ceiling for the red cabin. I built some nice little rafters. And then this is going to be a beautiful ceiling. I'll show you guys the plan, but we're going to have like a little zip here and a little zip on the other side, and all these lines are going to line up on the ceiling of the red cabin. It's going to look good. Going to poke 2 holes, a fan on each side, and then a light in the middle. We'll do all that wiring. It's gonna kick ass. Thanks for coming on. Okay, so here we are. I made a little snafu. All these are done. The T111 3-footers are done. They used to be 4 feet long or 4 feet wide, and I needed to make it 3 feet, so I took 6 inches from each side. Unfortunately, the tongue of the tongue and groove, there's an inch on one side and a quarter on another if you're doing it from the back. So when I took 6 inches from each side, I thought it was taking 6 inches from each side with these strips being, with these distance between these lines being even, but it didn't. You know, the inch off of this side and the quarter inch off of this side offset. The lines will still look good in a row when you see them on the ceiling, but they'll be like a 2-inch on one side and 1 inch on the other of the lines. I was hoping to equate this to be like, 2 inches here and 2 inches here, or 1.5 here and 1.5 here. The lines will still line up, but I was hoping for like symmetry on each side. But either way, it's still going to look like a great ceiling, and often people don't even notice a lot of those tiny details. It'll still be quality craftsmanship. It's just not going to be the way I thought it was going to be. Anyway, I'll lay out a little section to see what it's going to look like down here. Okay, so this is going to be like a little makeshift of what it's actually going to look like. Tin, hold what I'm doing here. So, now this is going to be our ceiling. I'll be cutting holes in this. I'll be cutting holes in this for the ceiling fans, and but this is how it's going to strap on the ceiling at the red cabin. Those are good. This is going to be sort of upside down. Those are going to be up like that on the ceiling, and this is going to be lining up with us.
Now, before I take questions, I would like to address an extremely dishonest
This is going to be a really nice
over the past few days.
looking
Many
ceiling.
outlets in this room have been fear-mongering
Given
the American people.
we've got an open
There is
concept.
a constitutional crisis taking place here at the White House.
See, so here's what I was trying to explain in the other video. I wanted an inch off this side and an inch on this side, but unfortunately the tongue and groove on that is uneven. Either way, it's still going to look like a great product. That's going to be ceiling, so we're going to cut like a hole for a ceiling fan, and way down a hole on the other one, and then in the middle, we'll do something really cool and rustic. I do always like those amber style lights, but we'll see. And then on lines like this, there's going to be lines like this. These are 4 feet long that are also going to match the 4 feet pieces of ceiling on the wall of the cabin. Those lines are going to line up with these lines because those are 4 feet and this is 4 feet. And I'm going to use a log batten. So we're going to get our slabs from the Amish. We're going to cut them on this table saw up there at the blue cabin. And we're going to have nice battens going across that. It's going to be a kick-ass ceiling. When you go into a small cabin, the ceiling is like 1/3 of your visual look. So this is going to look good. Thanks for coming out. And this is a good example of the roof. It'll take 5.5 of those or 4. Probably 4.5 of those sheets to do the ceiling. And I've got the spares over there. That's going to look good. You know, like I said earlier, this is going to be longer. So we'll do a fan, a nice chandelier kind of antler light, and another fan. And that'll look like a great ceiling on the vault. Thanks for coming out.